Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez on Friday says Communications Assistant Secretary Mocha Uson and presidential spokesperson Harry Roque will be among the ruling PDP-Laban senatorial candidates in 2019. Alvarez makes the announcement during the mass oath-taking of local allies in Cebu. But Uson says she has no plans to run for senator. Alvarez also says Davao City Representative Carlo Nograles, Negros Occidental Representative Albi Benitez, Bataan Representative Geraldine Roman, and former Metro Manila Development Authority Chairman Francis Tolentino will be PDP-Laban senatorial bets. Senate President Coco Pimentel, the party's president, earlier said he will run for re-election. Pimentel also said House Majority Leader Rodolfo Fariñas will be among the PDP-Laban senatorial candidates in 2019. Still on the 2019 elections, Senator Mix Zubiri calls Philippine National Police Chief Ronald De La Rosa Senator Bato at an arms show Friday. Zubiri asks De La Rosa to help him extend the validity of the license to own and possess firearms from 2 to 5 years, which would require legislation. De La Rosa earlier denied he's eyeing a Senate seat. Zubiri says, quote, "We were joking with him yesterday that the seat has been prepared for him at the Senate." The Philippine National Police says 3 Abu Sayyaf members arrested in Quezon City last week planned to launch an attack during the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit in Manila. The PNP presents Abdul Jafar Jikiri, Alim Sabtalin, and Saddam Jafar Friday, nearly a week after they were arrested in Barangay Culyat, Quezon City. PNP Chief Ronald De La Rosa says that while the 3 did not admit to plans to launch an attack during the ASEAN Summit, police gathered information that supported the suspicion. At the time of their arrest, the 3 were only suspected of being Abu Sayyaf members. The PNP supposedly monitored Jikiri's Facebook page where they saw hints of a plan to launch terrorist attacks in Metro Manila. Jikiri posted photos of high-powered firearms and improvised explosive devices with a caption saying they were to be used against non-believers and Muslim apostates. He also posted photos of the places he supposedly planned to target, including a mall and a park. De La Rosa says the Philippine International Convention Center, the venue of the ASEAN Summit, was also one of Jikiri's targets. Armed Forces of the Philippines spokesman Restituto Padilla says soldiers accused of committing abuses will be investigated. This after an Amnesty International report saying government forces also committed abuses in Marawi City. Padilla says, quote, "We will investigate and discipline those found guilty of violating policies and regulations, which includes international humanitarian law and human rights." He adds, proof of this commitment is the decision of the AFP to file looting charges against an army officer and 5 soldiers. But Padilla says such cases are isolated incidents. He also urges citizens who witnessed abuses by soldiers to submit a formal complaint to the military to help expedite investigations. Communications Secretary Martin Andanar denies a report by human rights watchdog Freedom House that the government is paying a keyboard army to skew public opinion in favor of President Rodrigo Duterte's war on drugs. The Freedom House report says paid commenters could earn anywhere from 500 pesos to up to 2,000 or 3,000 pesos daily to drum up support for the administration and attack its critics. It also says automated accounts or bots and volunteers are used to spread political content. Andanar says support for Duterte online can be attributed to his many supporters. He also asks how Freedom House came up with its report and says his department would appreciate it if they could also share how they gathered their data. The Duterte administration has hired rabid pro-Duterte bloggers as consultants to promote government programs. Duterte even appointed one of his more influential online defenders, Mocha Uson, as Communications Assistant Secretary. Uson now works under Andanar. Senator Grace Poe on Friday urges the Transportation Department to prove they can solve the perennial problems of the MRT-3. The MRT-3 suffered major incidents this week. On Tuesday, a passenger of the MRT-3 lost her right arm in an accident at the Ayala station. Her arm was later successfully reattached after an hours-long operation. 2 days later, up to 140 passengers walked from Ayala Station to Buendia Station after a train car was detached from the train body. Poe says the DOTR will get the budget it deserves for the maintenance of the MRT-3, but she asks the agency to also do its part. She says, quote, "So they already have someone who's temporarily doing the maintenance, but the consultants that they have to bring in, the experts, why can't they release emergency funds so that those experts can already start with their assessment and work?" Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade says the MRT-3 will continue operations amid safety concerns with the option to stop the operation if this is deemed necessary. The DOTR said it considered stopping MRT-3 operations earlier this year but also took into account the 500,000 commuters that rely on the MRT-3 daily.